All this week, Sacramento's mayor is talking about the state of the city, but his State of the City address isn't just happening in one speech. Instead, Mayor Darrell Steinberg is hosting 3 State of the City panel discussions. Joining us now in studio is Mayor Darrell Steinberg. Thanks for being here.
Great to be with you, Melanie.
Yeah, tell us what made you think of doing the State of the City in 3 separate discussions, 2 of which have already happened.
Well, I've given 6 State of the City addresses already, and I'm in my 7th year as mayor. And you give a big speech, and sometimes I try to have a big announcement, but then a lot of the other important issues in the city get lost. And so I thought, why not do it differently this year? Why not do 3 different subjects over 3 different days, have me make a shorter speech, which is good, and then have an expert panel of community leaders and city officials actually respond to what I have to say and what I have to propose. And we've done 2 so far, and it's been great because we've been allowed to get in depth on some subjects in a way that we wouldn't otherwise.
On Monday of this week, we talked about the music scene and why it needs to be sort of ramped up here in the city of Sacramento. Yesterday, homelessness and our emergency response to it in the city of Sacramento was discussed. And you made a big announcement. This is kind of huge. Sacramento's fire department is now going to be tasked with engaging with the homeless community on emergency scenes. Why is that the case, and why particularly when we already have a Department of Community Response that's sort of tasked with that same type of thing?
The Department of Community Response is a dedicated group of men and women who are doing a great job getting out there and interceding with as many people as possible, but frankly they're overwhelmed. And we have a fire department that is respected by the community, and that, you know, firefighting is not what it used to be. It's not just fighting fires. They are our first responders. They're paramedics to medical emergencies and other crises within the community. So we thought that it would be a perfect thing for the fire department to actually take the lead, not alone, because the Department of Community Response is still going to be intricately involved, but we're talking about the establishment of an emergency operations center. In the same way, when there's a storm or a natural disaster, every part of the city and the county bands together, and we go after the problem and help as many people as possible. We want to employ the exact same philosophy and operations to the way we address the crisis of homelessness.
And this morning, we saw a huge fire right here in the city of Sacramento. Our fire crews were out at a big warehouse fire that they've been at that same location numerous times. Are you concerned that given a huge fire of that nature, you know, the fire crews have to battle that kind of thing, then they have to put on a different fire hat, so to speak, and engage with the homeless population in this new way? Are you concerned that some fire crews will feel sort of maxed out and potentially leave for other departments that don't have them?
We're not asking them to do it alone, right? That's why this is an all hands on deck approach with the fire department in the lead, but we're not just giving it to them. And the fact of the matter is they are the first responders for most health crises and other, you know, you call 911 unless it's a crime in progress. If somebody's suffering a heart attack or another medical condition, it's the fire department that responds. So I think this is going to be real consistent with what they do, but they're not going to do it alone. And if I may, back to Monday night, because, you know, part of it, we talk so much about the problems in the city. I wanted to make sure on Monday night we talked about a great opportunity in the city, and that is to enliven our music scene. We've got music festivals. We've got so many young entrepreneurs, musicians who want to make Sacramento their home. Well, we need to make it easier for them to be able to play more than 4 gigs a month.
And that panel addressed that. I want to give you time too to talk briefly, because you only have about 30 seconds, about tomorrow's panel discussion, housing and transportation within the city.
So tomorrow I'm going to propose a 2024 ballot measure that addresses those issues. We have a housing crisis, and we also have a climate crisis, And we have a lot of transportation investments that we need to make. And I think there's a way to put all that together in a way that the voters will respond very positively to. And it's time to start a different kind of conversation in Sacramento.
All right. 3 panel discussions. It's been a busy week for you.
Busy
and
week.
More to come tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Melanie.
Brandy, I'll send it back to you now.
All right, Melanie, thanks so much.